Today I just wanted to give a bit of a background information on our company and the products and services we provide and how that might be used with your students or your customers. I'm not sure if everyone knows a lot about Good Education Group and what we do, but Good Education Group puts on these ACS seminars. But we also have a couple of products and services that are targeted towards students, people who are looking for a new career change. So the first product that I want to touch base on today is the Good Careers Guide. I'm not sure if everyone's seen one of these before at your school or at your workplace. So it is the old job guide, if you're not aware of it, which lists 400 career descriptions within it. I believe 4 years ago we had the contract with the government to produce the old job guide, and 4 years ago, around 3-4 years ago, the government decided to cut the funding from job guide, and with that the product actually stopped. But Good Education Group still hold all the data for job guide, and what happened is when government cut the funding and career advisors didn't receive the new edition, we started getting phone calls every day, where's our books, where's our books? So we made a decision to change the name of the product, as job guide was a product of the government's and call it the Good Careers Guide, and reproduce the publication and kind of give it a new refresh, remove some of the old jobs that the government didn't want to remove. I think they kept petrol attendant in there, they kept a couple of other jobs. I believe not to just step on anyone's toes, but so we removed all the old jobs, updated added all the new jobs, kind of moved away from the black and white design they had in the book, and called it the Good Careers Guide. So the Good Careers Guide is available to purchase online, but we also have these products that's free to use online, so you could download the ebook version of it that's free to use, and there is also a website. So there's only a cost to the print publication, and that's because we print it, we send it, but as ACS members you do get a 30% discount, and we also do discounts for class sets. But as I mentioned, everything in the book is available as a free ebook, which you could download. You could download individual pages as PDFs, so if you know a student's interested in a certain career, that page could be downloaded, can be emailed to them, or they could print it off themselves. And the second product that I wanted to talk about was...
Where do we go to download it? Just onto
yeah, so if you look at ebook.goodcareersguide.com.au, so this will give you access to the ebook version, and while you're going through the pages, there is a download option here, download PDF, so you can download it as a PDF. And as mentioned, this is all free to use. Then the second product that I wanted to talk about before I go in a bit more on online and how you could use these products online is the Good Universities Guide. Not sure if anyone's seen this one before, but I believe this has been around for just over 20 years, maybe 22nd or 23rd birthday is coming up. The print publication lists every university in Australia and their courses, entry requirements, but also rankings. And we have rankings such as if I study nursing at Melbourne Uni compared to nursing at Monash, what's my chances of finding a job, how does that compare with each other, how much will I earn if I study at Monash compared to how much I'll earn if I study at Melbourne Uni. So the print publication is just universities, while online we've got all your TAFE, your private providers, vet providers. I believe there's close to 2,000 providers listed online on the Good Universities Guide website. And similar to the Good Careers Guide, this is also available as a free ebook to use download pages. So if you visit ebook.gooduniversitiesguide.com.au, same process, free to use, free to download individual pages. Just with the print as well, what we've done this year is create little booklets from the print products. So this is just an example of a nursing booklet. So if you have a student that's interested in nursing, you know they're interested in nursing, rather than handing them the whole book and ask them to go through the book, you could just hand them the nursing section of the book. And this includes all your course information, your rating information related to nursing. So we've done this for each field of study that's listed on the publication. It's close to 30 field of studies, and this is available to access freely as well. If you're on the Australian Career Service website, there's a resources section at the top menu. As we scroll down, there's a downloadable resources, and here you have all the different field of studies you could download. So if you have a student that's interested in business management, you could just download the business management PDF version, and this could be easily emailed to the student. It's It's a small file that can be emailed, it could be printed. We printed these options just as a visual to show it, but we're looking into adding these into the bookshop as well. And again, if it is on our bookshop and is printed and sent to you, there will be a cost. But everything is still downloadable from our websites as well, free of charge. Those are the two products print-wise I want to talk about, and now I just want to touch on how they work online and how they work hand in hand on the online world. We know that print isn't dead, that's why we're always looking at print products, but digital also gives us some advantages of kind of collecting the two data and getting some fancy work with it. On the Good Universities Guide website is where you can find both the data from Good Careers Guide and from Good Universities Guide. And what this gives us opportunities trying to connect careers and courses, or courses and careers. So if I'm on a career page here, if I just click on the career tab and I want to see maybe, let's say, computing and information service careers, you click find. This will show you all the careers that are listed in Good Careers Guide. It will appear here. And if we click on one of the career information, you'll kind of get the content on this page as well. So you have your personal requirements, the education requirements, some information about the job itself, the duties, the tasks, employment opportunities, any other specializations. But also what we can start doing is start connecting these with courses directly. Because we list all your TAFE, your VET, private providers, university courses on this website, our data team was able to connect the courses directly with the career information. So if you're on VIC, you could just click the VIC tab and you want to see all the bachelor degrees that relate to this career page. Once you click it, that will start showing you information here. Then from here, the student could click on that course page and start reading about that course as well. So it gives them an option to see, this is the career and this is the course that I need to do. Then they can start reading about the course fee, entry requirements, structure. If you go down, it will also give you what other careers this could lead into. So it's just a good way of connecting both the careers and the course information. And they could also find some videos talking about that job as well online. And what we've recently done is also added in the Job Outlook data. I'm not sure if everyone's aware of the Job Outlook website. It's a government website that lists certain facts and figures about jobs, such as your average weekly wage, the future growth within that industry, state breakdown, hours worked, gender split, and what kind of age is required. And online, some other stuff we can do is start adding these into a compare option and getting the student to start comparing the options side by side. So we have a little box here. So if a student adds this to their compare list, that right in here. I'll add a couple more careers so we see how that page looks. Let's go accountant. Add that into that box. Business system analysis, that's what I was mentioning before. I'll just go back to this one. Add that in as well. If I open my compare box, what that's going to do is it's going to put the three careers side by side for the student to look at their weekly wage, growth, employment by state. So it gives them a nice view side by side, and they can start adding careers and removing careers. This page is printable, so if they've kind of narrowed their options, they could add it in here. They might print it. Might want to have a discussion with yourself about the careers they have. But it just gives them a nice kind of snapshot view of how that looks. Something else I want to talk about is the career ladders. I'm not sure if everyone's aware what the career ladders are. They're all bullseye charts. They used to get produced with the job guide. And how it works is it will list all careers that fall under a certain sector. So if we look at biology, each level represents a study. So level 1 is your year 10 students, level 2 is if you've got a certificate course, level 3 is your diploma, and level 4 is your higher ed courses. So if a student's looking here and they see what careers fall under each, they could actually click on it, or they could download the PDF version, and that's kind of your career ladder. But if I go back, if they've got a career here that they want to see, they could actually directly click on that career and it'll open that career page for them, which they can learn more about that career option. And then the same process starts, we can start comparing options and going through the steps. And so that's how the two products work hand in hand, but also I want to talk about our aptitude test that we also have for one of our websites. So if you're on the Good Careers Guide website, let's see if I've got it open here. on the Good Careers Guide website, within our menu there's a link called Attitude Test, and we've created this so students, just a way to get them start thinking what they might be interested in. It's not your scientific test, like your Myers test that you give students a piece of papers to fill out. It's just an easier way to get them start thinking, and how it works is we show a certain photo to them and they have the option to say yeah, maybe, no, yes. I believe there's 30, 40 photos, and it's kind of a yes, no clicking option. I'll just go through it quickly. The student did go through this, it'll probably take them 3 to 4 minutes, just going through each image. And what this will do is it will land you, it will tell you, okay, you look more of a helping, advising type based on the images you liked. Here's a couple of careers that fall under there. And the idea is the student will click on a career, start reading, start going through the related courses, related careers. Just gets them a way to start thinking about it rather than just sending them to a page and asking them to do a search. We'll just land them on a career page and let them eliminate what they don't like and start researching what they might like. And lastly, what I want to talk about is a new service we've been offering schools and private providers as well, is our Career Hub, and how that looks. Just open it up. So this is an example that we have for Burwood High School that we've created. So all the information I mentioned, what we've done is we've put on a one-page landing page and kind of put the school's logo, your school name in the URL, and it's all hosted on our side. There's no tech job on your school side, and what that does is we'll put our career search, our course search, our scholarship search on that page, so a student could do a search straight away from here. And I'll just mention as well, this is free to use as well for your schools, free to set up. The word free always comes with some explanation, so I'll give that explanation as well. There is no cost associated. For us, the important thing is getting people to visit our website. That's what we get judged on. So if I make it easier for the students to use, for the school to use, that would bring in traffic to our website. That's a win on our side, so this is the idea behind it as well. So it's just an easier way for schools to present our information, but also an easier way for you to give information to your clients or your students.
And
So
how do we do that? How do we get that?
it's just a request base, so I could connect requests during the tea break, and it's easy set up on my end because it's a template page. I could set that up, send you a link, and we could go from there. Cool. I'll just quickly go through what's on this page. As I mentioned, we've got our search options on the page. We've got a content team in our Melbourne office who's writing blogs as well, so if they tag a blog that's relevant to K-12, it'll appear here. But you do also have the option to hide the sections you're not interested in. So if you don't want to see our blogs up here on this page, you could untick that option and it'll be hidden. The career letters that I just went through is also on this page where they could click. The interactive version will open up. They will also download as a PDF. We've got a couple more articles that we believe might be useful for students listed in there. We've got a link to our career quiz that I just went through. We've got resume templates and a link to our rankings website. And we also get open days listed here as well. So we collect open days from your TAFEs, your unis, your private providers. So I'll organise a page according to your school. If you're located in Vic, you'll see open days in Vic listed here as well. And that's just kind of your one pager with all the information that I mentioned set up here. I believe that's the time I have as well. But if there's any questions and anyone's interested in, you can find myself. I'll be walking around doing some recordings. But that's just a kind of a bit of information on our products and our services and how they work.